What if I told you there was this mysterious place, this never land, a place that had overflowing content that would light up your social media?
My goal is to help restaurant owners finally get to where they want to go. But more than that, my goal is to find entrepreneurs within that segment that actually know what it means to hustle. That's my goal. Come on the journey with me.
Restaurant Marketing Secrets, episode 498. I'm your host, Matt Plapp, and we're brought to you by America's Best Restaurants and Repeat Returns. Both companies under my leadership that are on the same path. A path that helps you, restaurant owners, find more frequent customers and double your sales. And we'll talk about the double your sales in a different podcast, because I had somebody the other day say, Matt, I can't double my sales. I said, bro, I'm not talking about this week or this month or this year. I'm talking about the future. But today I want to talk about a topic that is really misunderstood. It is social media content. 3 times this week, I had meetings with restaurant operators who had the same problem. Amongst all of their marketing woes was the age-old, what do we post on Facebook and Instagram? And then as I look through the catalog, I see the exact same pictures reused over and over and over. And I see the generic Canva graphics created and used over and over. And my question is, why aren't you doing something original? Why is it the same thing? And why is it always about your food from your lens? Well, Matt, I don't know what else to do. I don't have the time. I don't have the people. I don't have the expertise. Well, I'm going to give you the people who have the time and the people who have the expertise. And right now, the people who have the pictures of your product, how it's used, your facility, the environment, in the light of the customer. I'm talking about your customers. As I record this podcast, it's Sunday, it's NFC and AFC championship. I saw the Kansas City Chiefs won. I can only imagine how many tens of thousands of photos were taken in restaurants by Kansas City Chiefs fans about today's victory. That if you had a system and a process in place, you could easily gather those to use for the future. Imagine if next year you didn't have a lame-ass marketing graphic that you created that looks like you did it with your feet and crayons. But imagine if you had photos from this year's season from your customers enjoying your restaurant, your food, your drinks. That would get people's attention more often. So what I want to talk about today is how can you get those photos out of your customers' phones? Heck, maybe even out of your employees' phones. It's called user-generated content. And it's more commonly in my world called crowdsourcing. You know, a lot of times we try to create a logo on our own. We try to create a name on our own. We come up with a concept and we want to launch it. The easier thing to do is to crowdsource it, is to ask the people that are supporting you on a daily basis and get the content. A few years back, we had a conversation with a restaurant owner who had this really cool patio. And we were talking about who uses the patio. And he said, you know, we're dog friendly. There's a lot of people that love bringing their dogs there. And I'm looking at this Facebook page and there's rarely a dog picture. And I said, have you ever done a contest? What do you mean? Well, let's get a contest out there where we ask people, get a picture. I asked him, do you have a dog? He's like, yeah. I said, cool. Bring your dog. Get you and the dog out there. Get a beer placed. Have it be a fun picture. And say, hey, this is me and Roscoe, my golden retriever. He loves to hang out on the patio. And I love to enjoy a beer with him in the sunshine. Who else has pictures in their phones of them and their furry friends? Comment below with a picture of your furry friend and their name for a chance to win a $100 gift card. We have seen these posts blow up. I've seen them in a bad situation get 10 to 15 comments. I've seen them in a good situation get 1,000 comments. So let's go back to the bad situation. You get 10 posts. There you go. You got one dog post every week for 3 months. You do that every quarter. You need to leverage the people for why they're using your restaurant. All too often, your content is reused, it is shot in your lens, and is professionally shot. And that is a problem because social media is meant to be social. So I want you to put a plan in place that every couple weeks asks a different question with the goal of getting people to engage in the post with a picture of them at your place or maybe in the area. I saw a real estate guy in Florida, Tim Chermak, who did an unbelievable promo. He went to a lot of his realtors he works with and said, hey, go out in your community and get pictures of you with an ice cream cone talking about ice cream and asking people what's their favorite local ice cream. And this is a real estate agent doing it. And all of a sudden people are popping pictures below them and ice cream. So now this realtor reused that content to tell stories about the neighborhood and that business. All the realtor's trying to do is show up on people's timelines. Well, you're no different as a restaurant. Let's say you don't sell ice cream. Let's say you're Barleycorns in Northern Kentucky, right down the street from me. And you pop on there and go, hey, I'm a huge Graders fan. You got a giant cone with the sprinkles and mint chocolate chip. And they just opened a store down the street. So I'm going to gain a few LBs. What is your favorite ice cream locally? Drop it below. You're going to have people put Dairy Queen. You're going to have UDF. You're going to have all these mom and pop brands, the franchises, of course. It's going to give you content that you can use because you could use that, let's say, on a couple-week basis. Maybe right now in the winter in Northern Kentucky is not a great idea. Let's say come spring, you got a picture of a cute kid with big Grader's ice cream cone licking it, and you tag the parent and you name who it is and say, hey, before you go enjoy that Grader's ice cream cone tonight, swing by and say hi to us. Now you're giving love to somebody down the street. Now you're getting attention for a different reason. And now you've gotten out of the monotony of posting the same lame-ass picture over and over and over. So my friends, number one, crowdsourcing. Number two, getting unique, different content. And number three, getting out of the groove of recycling the same pictures that you've been doing for the last 5 years.
So as you know, I don't charge for my content. We don't have sponsors. We don't have product placement in here. But what I want your help with is spreading the word. If you're finding value here, do me a favor. Share this on your social media. Share an episode with something that made sense to you, that's relevant to your restaurant, that you got value from, and tag Matt Plapp and America's Best Restaurants. Also, go to America's Best Restaurants on Facebook and on Google and leave us a review. Let us know the impact we've had on your restaurant with our roadshow, with our marketing help, or with our podcast. And last but not least, if you want to take the next step and help me out a lot and help us out a lot, text me a testimonial, 859-743-2408. That's my cell. A selfie video would be awesome about the impact this content or our company is having on your independent restaurant. But worst case scenario, just a few kind words. The way we can help lift this industry up is to help get content like this to more independent restaurant owners, and you are the key to spreading the word. I appreciate your support. Have an amazing day.